Hey guys, welcome to the Bluefin Hangout. Every week, we get a couple of the chaps and the gals from Bluefin, and we have a nice little hangout with our fans and our community. Hopefully, there are a lot of people in here today because today we're going to be talking about something that's near and dear to my heart because I'm an '80s kid. Inspector Gadget. We all love it. We all love it. We all love it. So right now, Inspector Gadget is on the BluefinBrands.com website. Which is bluefinbrands.com. I guess I need to say that twice. But anyways, we have Inspector Gadget, Penny and Brain come together in a 2-pack, and then we have Chief Quimby, and they are incredible. We'll go through Inspector Gadget a lot more in detail later, but just the amount of accessories he has. So right now we have him as Copter Gadget, but he comes with his umbrella. He comes with all of the little extender parts. You can have the long neck, you can have the long legs, you can have all that jazz. Comes with a bunch of hands. He comes with roller skates. He comes with an actual magnifying glass. This tiny little magnifying glass is actually a working magnifying glass. Don't use it on ants, kids. That's bad. And then he's got extra hands, extra hats to put all his accessories and stuff like that. It's truly an incredible figure. It's from Blitzway, and it's just an IP that you don't see a lot of stuff for. And if you're a fan, definitely you would want to pick this out. So go to bluefinbrands.com. Later on, we'll talk about some other Blitzway things, like Mr. Jimi Hendrix here, the amazing 1/6 scale figure. But I guess I should introduce the panel today. As always, we got our two buddies. Justin and AJ. How are you guys doing today?
Oh, I'm doing fantastic.
Even too. Justin pointed the wrong way just there.
I do that. I think I got this pointing thing down.
Yeah, it's hard. If I think I want to point at Jared that way, I got to point the other way, the wrong way. So
I'll never get it right. It's terrible.
And joining us today is Jared, one of our brand managers at Bluefin, who actually runs the brand of Blitzway, along with a couple other brands, Storm and Nanoblocks, to name a pair. Jared, how are you doing today?
I'm doing very well. Thank you for having me. I'm excited to, educate anybody that has any questions about the Blitzway products. Inspector Gadget is a cartoon I grew up with, and so it's really amazing to see what I consider the quintessential and ultimate Inspector Gadget figure, available now for us. So thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Now, Blitzway is one of our newer brands. We just last maybe couple months. What if you could encapsulate, what separates Blitzway from other manufacturers?
Sure. I think one thing that really stands out about Blitzway is their quality. Blitzway, there's only so many high-end manufacturers out there right now. There's Hot Toys and Sideshow, and then Blitzway, I think, is certainly up there with them. One of the strengths of Blitzway, I would say, is probably their they do a lot of niche IPs or IPs that don't get as much love, for instance. So, when was the last time we ever seen an Inspector Gadget figure or Jimi Hendrix or Ghostbusters or something like that? So the fact that they're able to give the fan community something a bit special and unique is definitely one of their strengths. And of course, the quality, the quality speaks for themselves. Every release that they've done has been extremely well received critically. That's definitely one of their strengths. One thing that really stands out now is that Blitzway has historically done 1/6 scale and 1/4 scale, and so it's nice to see them kind of show us what they can do in your typical 6-inch format. So as we'll go into more detail in a bit, but you'll see that the Inspector Gadget figure is really incredible, articulation wise, sculpt, accessory wise. I mean, that guy's loaded with so many accessories. Yesterday we were playing around with him. We were struggling to find a final pose because there's just so many options of poses and stuff like that. So yeah.
Nice. Yeah, his roller skates actually roll. They're
really?
functioning roller skates.
Everything seems to be functional. That's cool.
That's right. If you had a 6-inch human, they could roller skate with these roller skates. Now, AJ, you're the youngin' on the panel. Did you grow up with Inspector Gadget, or was it before your time?
So I know I was born 88, so everyone now knows my age. But I've seen the reruns that aired on TV. I don't remember it as well as some other shows, but for sure, I think the one thing that always caught my attention was the theme and all the gadgets he had. I think there was another show that had aired on Cartoon Network that was really similar. I think in that time frame, of the 80s into 90s, there was a lot of imagination in terms of what the hero of the story could do, even though the real hero in the story is really Penny and Brian. Brian.
Right. No, totally.
Same thing.
Yeah.
What about you, Justin? What's your experience with Inspector Gadget?
Yeah, man. So I was born in 1980, so definitely remember Inspector Gadget when it was on. Love the theme song. Love the mysteriousness of Dr. Claw and how he's always freaking his cat out. And I think all of us can relate to claws from a cat just digging into you when you freak them out on accident or whatever. And so love the show. I always thought that Penny and Brain were pretty great. I loved how she was just able to figure out everything, and he was so absent-minded. I never got around to watching the movie with Matthew Broderick.
That's his name.
I was just already on with my life to where I wasn't really a thing anymore, but I definitely dug the cartoon. I remember it being a lot of fun. That whole era of cartoons in general, we were talking about that yesterday, just really, really loved them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, AJ had mentioned the gadgets being so cool. So these are a couple of the optional hands. I'm sure we won't be able to see them on video. We'll take some pictures and maybe post them later. You got the screwdriver hand. When you bust out, the finger would be a little screwdriver.
Wow.
They got the little gadget phone. To where he's got the little tiny antenna where he's like, "Hey, can you hear me now?"
Yeah. I like the one thing with Gadget is like he had everything accessible to him at like the right opportune time.
Yep, and then the actual roller skates. Look at that.
Hold on. One more time.
Hey! I think it's too close. Doesn't matter. They roll. Trust me. I promise.
I could hear it rolling. So
yeah, and it even comes with a little Inspector Gadge, a little badge for Gadge.
There you go.
But yeah, this is just an incredible figure. Like I said, you can get it on bluefinbrands.com right now. But it is so much fun. Jared, did you watch Inspector Gadget as a kid, as a youngin?
I did. It was one of those cartoons that I would usually catch the reruns of, and it was one of those shows that really it's very engaging. The main character is just he's very whimsical and funny and stuff like that. So I was always curious to see how he would solve the case of the day, the case of the week, as they say.
Or how Penny and Brain would solve it, and he'd just stumble onto it.
Take all the credit.
Yes, of course he had his his duo of helpers. So it was one of those things that is just something that I am very well versed with. And of course the theme song, can never get that song out of your head, huh?
Right. It's playing right now in my head. I can hear it.
It's been playing for the last week in my head. Ever since we knew we were getting the samples in to do the videos and to do the live stream, all week I've just been irritating everyone at my house and everyone at work with. What's also cool is the figures. We have Brain right now with his sombrero and his poncho. You can that obviously is removable, so he can just be regular Brain. And Quimby does come with actual bottom half, so he doesn't always have to be in the trash can if you don't want to relive his Oscar the Grouch phase. But yeah, it's cool. You can see in the picture there, he comes with his little dossier assignment that he would always give Inspector Gadget, and then of course he'd be stuck with it as it exploded. Poor man.
They should do away with the exploding paper. Just tear it up, maybe. I don't know.
Bad idea of that time.
Light it on fire.
You can carry around a paper shredder.
Yeah, there you go. I'm sure Gadget's got one of those.
Sure.
Go Gadget, shred evidence.
But look at right there. We're looking at Brain talking on his little collar phone, and a lot of us have smartwatches where we can make those calls now. Like a Dick Tracy watch, or even like Skype with the Jetsons. Just literally talking to each other on these screens, and it's pretty crazy that seemed like it was so far away at that time when we were kids, and now we're doing it right now, talking about the show. It's nuts.
I still don't have a flying car, so
right.
Flying cars, and like hoverboards are really the only two things that we were promised in the future we haven't really gotten yet. We've come a long way, like Star Trek communicators and like TVs that you can talk through and stuff like that.
Yeah,
no exploding paper yet, so or maybe there is. I just don't know about it.
Or a practical jetpack that anyone could use, like to and from school or the grocery store or whatever.
Yeah,
that would be cool.
I thought it was pretty cool how Blitzway included the street diorama, just to sort of give a little bit more playability, for instance. So because a lot of times you see in the cartoon you saw them out like on in the street. So it was pretty cool that they included that. And then as David's demonstrating there, they also in the DX version they also come with these really cool unique speech bubbles just to give a little bit more playability. For instance, you can choose to have it displayed however you want, with some bushes, with some speech bubbles, even just the logo, just to give it, a bit of a representation of the the franchise at hand. So I appreciate that Blitzway kind of gave us something a little extra as well.
I really like those speech bubbles too. Like, it is a cartoon, so for them to include that, it really feels like that. It's like right off the TV screen. You have like Brains Ruff like right there, and I'm like, oh, that's really cool. And at first, I didn't know that the bushes were also thin like that too, but it's really cool to see that they're including that. It gives a little bit more life to the toy.
Yeah.
And that image is a great representation of just what the figure can do. He's got the hat with his extra hands out there. He's just holding everything. So
that's not Photoshop.
He's a multitasker.
He is, and those arms are flexible and posable. They have those like 3 joints there. So you could really do a lot of fun stuff with this figure.
Yeah, even the paint jobs are really good. Like, it's very subtle, but there's some shading, like on the trench coat of Gadget.
Oh, nice.
It has a nice matte feel. It's not like super glossy, so it looks really nice compared to like the animation. So like I was mentioning, like it was nice to see Blitzway's kind of foray into like the 6-inch category, and then I think they really nailed it with the just everything, the paint apps, the accessories, the sculpts are spot on. I mean, I can't imagine this being any more perfect than it is. Like I said, it's literally like the quintessential Inspector Gadget.
Yeah, like the face sculpt looks really good on Gadget. So
look at all those accessories in that photo right there.
It's a lot. It's like he jumped right out of our television screen.
I know.
And also something that's pretty cool too is the eyes are all interchangeable.
Really?
So like also all the faces and all the eyes are completely interchangeable. So if you want your Gadget looking straight ahead, you can do that. If you want it to look to the left or right, the eyes just simply pop up, and then you just put the other ones in. So again, more posability. Like yesterday we were having Gadget fly, and Justin made a good comment, he should be looking down, so I just took one of the eyes and had him looking down.
Magic.
To make sure he doesn't cut anybody up with his color.
I know. Or hit a bird. Pretty nuts.
That would be.
No, it was definitely cool. We had a blast, and all 3 of us were just singing the song over and over and over.
Oh
again.
no!
It was like It's a Small World, just constantly singing Inspector Gadget.
We even made a TikTok. TikTok, guys. We did Inspector. Yeah, we did a whole bunch of Blitzway yesterday. We did Jimi Hendrix as well. Justin got to do the video on him, and what was it like playing with the man, the myth, the legend, Jimi Hendrix?
Oh man, it's awesome. So cool. I like his hair. It's so fluffy.
It really is.
And
Looks
just
so
like
well sculpted.
Honestly, his clothing is just, I think, immaculate is a really good word for it. Like, it literally looks like they just had this incredible like tailor. I'll zoom in on you, Dave. Put together this incredible jacket. It's got all these awesome seams. The gold just really pops, and it is incredible. It's so cool. I just wanted to play dress up with Jimmy all day long. Have a little fashion show at lunch.
Yeah.
And it's cool. And he comes with a little guitar pick, a cigarette, the mic stand, the cord, his hat. He actually has 2 different medallions. The rings that are on the hat actually come off. So if you don't want to rock the rings, you're more than welcome to take them off. Yeah, it's really cool. And the pick, we've lost like 18 times, but we keep finding it because it's shiny, thank God. And it's really cool. And just the fact that there's 2 different medallions for him to wear. He's got this awesome scarf. It feels like real cloth and clothing. Like it honestly just feels like they just got the Honey I Shrunk the Kids laser and zapped him. It is an incredible figure. And that body is actually a new version of the body for Blitzway. And it actually comes with, I think it's like 30 points of articulation on that body. So you can have a lot of freedom to pose him to look as natural as possible and not so robotic.
So, that's cool. I do like my articulation on my figures.
Yeah, honestly, there's nothing you can't do with him, AJ.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
there's like fur trim on the jacket. The boots have like a suede kind of look to them, and the pants feel like actual like fabric that you would have on your pants. It's
High quality.
Yeah, even the strings on the guitar are movable. Like, you can actually make a sound with them too.
Right.
Really cool that we noticed.
You could record a whole album with this.
You have to use the pick, Dave.
Oh man.
you couldn't hear it.
No.
I use The micro pick.
Yeah. And just the tiny little details, like even the box art is really cool, and it showed, which we shared yesterday. It has him with his guitar kind of upside down because that's how he plays. It's fantastic.
That's
The
a
old
really good
lefty.
looking box.
Southpaw
it's
guitar
really
player. It's fantastic. Yeah.
Yeah. We do have a question from Lord Drieg. Does Gadget come with his stretchy arms or extendo legs?
He sure does.
Oh, there you
Yeah.
go.
Got a whole pack of extendo parts. If you want to do, you can do arms, light's not really our friend on this one, but you can do arms, legs, and neck.
Oh,
yeah.
man. There
Yeah.
you go.
Yeah, and the legs are also actually springable. There's a real spring in them too, which I didn't realize until I opened it. I was like, wow, this thing actually can spring up and down. So that was pretty cool too.
Oh.
And also the neck is articulated too. So it's not just a flat plastic piece. The neck you can move the neck, left and right, up and down and stuff like that too, which is really cool. And it actually held the weight. So you can definitely replicate his extendable limbs for sure.
Nice.
Yeah, it was a process. I mean, I think the copter is my favorite pose, where he's way up high. That just really encompasses Gadget for me. The go Gadget copter. I just thought, as soon as I saw that, I was like, oh yeah, that's what it's all about.
Yeah, I think he'll live in copter mode somewhere back here. Maybe we'll put him next to our favorite mascot here somewhere. Oh,
There you go.
Oh my
killed
gosh, just breaking stuff, trying to
Triple
play
H.
the game.
He's gonna come
Well,
get me.
Looks like part of the chat has been talking about like the live action for it. Again, I know like Justin said that he's moved on during those times. I think when those movies did come out, I remember I remember watching the first one. I don't remember the second one too well, but I think when they the image, like the art for like the cover for the movie had like Claw, and I'm like, did he always show himself? I'm pretty sure that was a thing where he didn't show himself.
No, but he was on the poster.
He was on the poster.
Yeah, because
Spoiler
Matthew Broderick was in the first one, and the second one was French Stewart from like Third Rock from the Sun and stuff like that. Yeah, it's I don't know.
There was that 80s toy, right, that had the reveal of Dr. Claw?
Yeah, it came out in '92.
Ooh.
Oh, there you go, 92. Late.
After the show was over.
Right, and there was a sticker label over his face anyway, so you couldn't see it, right? You had to buy it and rip it open.
Yeah, and then his face was, people were kind of disappointed.
That's too bad. Can't live up to the hype.
Yeah, there's a really good fan theory out there that Inspector Gadget and Dr. Claw are the same person. And it basically goes that when Inspector Gadget, well, there's two theories. One is that the real Inspector Gadget, the person, whatever his name was before he was Inspector Gadget, which I think his name's like John something, like John Spro or something.
John Stamos.
Yeah. When he had his accident, which I won't go into detail because that's a question on our quiz later. When he had his accident and had to be turned into Inspector Gadget, that the person who actually was dying it became Dr. Claw, and then Inspector Gadget was someone they just built from scratch and stuff like that. And so it's really the real original Inspector Gadget trying to get his revenge on his robotic replacement and stuff like that. Gets dark.
I see.
That's not really.
Love a good twist.
Yeah,
It is a good twist.
it's like a kid version of RoboCop.
Ooh.
Bad things happened, and they rebuilt him.
Yeah. Can you imagine just Ed 209 laying into Gadget? That would be bad.
Go, Gadget Shield.
Yeah, he's going to need a big one. A lot of bullets from that Ed 209.
Well, Jared, what can we expect in the future from Blitzway? Are they going to continue the 1/12 scale line, or are they going to focus more on their 1/6 than 1/4 scale figures or statues?
Well, I think 1/6 and 1/4 scale will always be their bread and butter. That's their go-to. That's their specialty. But I think that this was a good indicator of their ability to do 6-inch scale. I do believe that Blitzway posted a little teaser about a month ago of Waldo. Where's Waldo? So that's like another classic 80s 90s it wasn't a cartoon, but an animated character type thing. So I have even more of an affinity to Waldo than Inspector Gadget. I used to love reading those books. So Can you guys imagine how where Waldo
We'll
figure
put him
is? And,
somewhere. We'll put him in the office somewhere all the time, and we'll see if people
Yeah.
find him.
I can already picture all like just the fun action figure photography going on with that. So I'm really excited for that as well. But I think that we should. It's safe to say that we'll see more of this type of thing in the future.
That's cool. I think Calvin and Hobbes would do really well with Blitzway, like with them and their different costumes and things, doing their imagination. That'd be pretty rad.
That'd be really cool. I'd love.
If anybody
Calvin
has
Hobbes
any
figure.
suggestions in the live chat, please put it down, and I'll be sure to pass along to Blitzway. If there's anything that you guys maybe we haven't
King of the
thought of.
Hill. King of the Hill. King of the Hill.
You gotta have King of the Hill figure somewhere.
That'll be Justin's suggestion to every toy company for all the time until it happens. Right?
Dark Souls and King of the Hill, all day long.
Yeah.
Maybe even a crossover where King of the Hill is wearing Dark Souls armor.
Oh wow! And just hanging out in their porch.
Yep. By the fire, the Firelink
fire.
Shrine with their Alamo beer. Yeah.
Ready for battle and to sell propane.
Yep. Let's do it. It's $1 million idea right there.
All right. What about you, AJ? Justin said King of the Hill, so it would only be fair if you gave a suggestion too.
I feel like Simpsons would always be fun to have. Like if we're doing like cartoon characters, then like I feel like Simpsons would always be kind of nice to have. Like there's so many characters you could have. The roster is never ending.
Yeah, that line could go on forever.
Yeah. Let's see. Propane accessories in the comments.
Now we're talking.
Now we're talking.
It's both a liquid and a gas.
All right. Well, so Justin, let's play out this King of the Hill fantasy here. Let's say they're going to make 4 figures. Do you want the family or do you want the gang?
Ooh, well, that's a tough one because I'm one of the few people on the planet that actually likes Peggy Hill and how terrible she is. So just because of my own personal bias, I would have to say the family and then throw in like a Ladybird or something, or like Luann, I guess. That would be good. Hank, Bobby, Peggy, and Luann. But I would certainly never say no to just the gang in the alley.
Yeah, like with the background like they've done with Inspector Gadget, I'd love to have just the fence.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
The driveway. Yeah.
Looks like Autobot Gaming is for the gang, and they're just chilling outside their house. And then he said pocket sand.
Pocket sand. Uh-oh, hold on.
You're asking for it. He's got pocket sand.
Yep. That's
always
Christmas
ready. Always ready for action with the pocket sand.
Yep. And it comes with 2 bags in case I waste one on accident. So I have 2 bags of pocket sand.
Well, it's like a reload. You got the one, and then just in case, happens again.
I think you're convincing like the chat that this King of the Hill Blitzway figure needs to happen.
There we go. I know a guy. Jared, make it happen.
What do you guys think about? I've always thought this would be like really funny, but a 1/12 scale Santa Claus. You don't need to have any license for it. You can give him a ton of accessories. He can be like so funny for like action figure photography where you have like Santa Claus like beating up somebody.
Sure.
You got a mean Santa Claus.
Yeah, you can have like different faces, like where he's got like a bruised eye or something like that, and then like an angry face. He's got like presents. You can come with a sled.
Like a Billy Bob Thornton action figure.
Bad Santa.
Santa's Revenge. That's what Autobot Gaming said. That would be cool though. I mean, Santa could be whatever design he wants to, but it would make any like photography or any of the toys like in your display like step up a notch just because you're like, is that Santa? Yeah, it's a figure of Santa.
Is that Santa beating up Goku?
Yeah, like breaking Goku in half. You're like, whoa, Santa doesn't mess around.
Yeah.
But
I just thought that would always be like a funny thing, like just. But yeah.
I'm down.
Yeah, I think it'd be fun if it had the twist like you said, to where he's like, "This ain't your daddy's Santa Claus."
Yeah,
This time it's personal.
Milk and cookies as an accessory. Like you could just have so much fun with it. I'm surprised no company has done that, just because it's just such a fun thing.
He should have milk stains on his outfit.
Cookie dust.
Like a cookie dust. Yeah.
Cookie crumbs.
Just all mad. He's like, "Oh crap! Now I gotta get this cleaned."
That's crazy.
Brian says, "Give me a Blitzway fry from Futurama."
Oh, there you go.
Oh, Futurama would be really cool too.
Yeah,
Like, I would-
it kind of falls into this same vein too. You know, that kind
Mhm.
of animated style. It looks.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't think there's a lot of Futurama figures. I mean, I could be totally wrong, but it would be that's another series that has a million characters that you could do.
Oh.
Oh, totally. And you have a rocket ship. That'd be pretty rad too.
Ooh,
Yeah.
the rocket
that
ship would be
rocket ship?
really cool.
Who wouldn't want a little Zoidberg?
Yeah, I know.
Oh dang, that's the one to get.
Yeah, it sells a trillion. Everyone else sells just like normal, but he's just like you gotta sell like 4 of him to every one of everybody else.
Uh-huh.
You gotta pack him in with someone who's not gonna do good.
If they do a deluxe, maybe like Zoidberg's in the deluxe or
Yeah.
something.
I'd like a Zap Brannigan figure. He's pretty rad. I mean, he's terrible, but I mean, I would love to have him as a figure. And just all the little heads. That'd be cool too.
Yeah, each one have to come with like a famous head. I always liked it when there were like bands in the heads. Like there was one episode with like the Beastie Boys and stuff like that. Do you guys want to play a little game?
Sure, let's do it.
A little fun
All right.
trivia game to see how well you know Inspector Gadget. And if you're at home in the chat, definitely yell at your answers. They range from incredibly easy to what?
I'm gonna say what a lot.
Yeah. So when you know it, we're not playing for any kind of real prize amongst us four. So if you know it, just shout it out. All right. First question is kind of a harder one, and then they seem to get a lot easier. First question is: in what city did Inspector Gadget live?
I don't know.
That's okay. This was one of the ones I didn't know either. He's from Metro City.
It seems such a basic answer that I could have guessed that.
Now,
All right.
I totally remember that too. Like now that you mentioned it, like I was like, oh yeah, that's what it is.
All right. How did Inspector Gadget injure himself in order to be made into Inspector Gadget?
Ooh, I don't know that either.
He fell into a vat of acid.
Right?
He's not the Joker. He fell down some stairs after slipping on a banana peel.
There you go. Autobot Gaming got that right on our chat.
Nice. Good
I
job.
think that vat of acid sounds better.
Well, he wouldn't have all his parts.
Yeah.
All right. What relation was Penny to Inspector Gadget?
His niece?
Well, niece, right? Like,
Was the niece.
Hmm.
We're on the board. All right. Here's another.
Yeah.
Here's a freebie. What's the name of Inspector Gadget's dog?
Brain.
Brain.
Brian.
Brian, the brain.
Brain.
All right. Here's another one for the Blitzway DX collection. What's the name of Inspector Gadget's boss?
Quimby. Chief Quimby.
Yeah, that's right. Chief Quimby. All right. True or false? Gadget is rarely suspicious of a mad agent.
Sorry.
Isn't he always suspicious?
Isn't he always suspicious?
Oh, he's always ambivalent. He's always like they're always like walking around him and stuff like that. That one is true. He's rarely suspicious.
Yeah.
All right. What is the name of the evil organization that Gadget used to fight?
Mad.
Mad, right?
Yes, MAD.
There you go.
Malevolent Agency of Destruction.
Yeah, I was never
Ooh.
gonna get that part right.
No, you don't have to know that part. It was mad. All right. That's nice. Question 8. I'm sorry.
The Guild of Calamitous Intent.
Yeah. For whatever reason, this quiz has 2 of the same questions. Question 8 is, what's the name of Inspector Gadget's superior? Which we already answered that one. Silly. Which of these lines is something you would hear Inspector Gadget say? Yoinks? Excellent. Howdy-ho? Or wowzers?
Wowzers.
Wowzers.
Wowzers is right.
Wowzer sounds pretty good, but the other ones.
And the last question is, what part of Dr. Claw is the only part we ever see?
His arm. His
I'm
hand.
assuming the claw,
His
the right
claw.
hand.
His hand claw.
Yeah. Well, you guys go. You got like 6 of them, right?
The
6 or 7.
claw.
And it was always in front of a chair. There was always an ominous chair, right?
Yeah, the red one or whatever. And then when in the credits, he turns the chair around and he puts the handcuffs on him. But there's an Acme bomb.
Yeah,
I think that's in the intro, right?
Yeah.
It's like,
No,
I got you now.
We didn't talk about his car and how cool it was and how it turns into like a van and then back to a car. I don't know what else it turns into, but I remember it kind of it's like a kind of a family van and then it converts into like a sports car.
Yeah, it was almost like an early 90s Mustang or late 80s Mustang.
Yeah, it's cool. We need vehicles.
Ooh, that would be kind of fun to just have any kind of like the vehicles around for those cartoons. A lot of
Yeah,
good- yeah.
but it's got to fit these guys in it. I want like a Super 7 size vehicle.
And it's
Yeah.
got to do its little transformation from the hot rod car to the van.
Yeah, that's
Well,
not an
what-
easy transition.
Blitzway did the Ecto 1. That was huge.
That was big.
That took like 8 of us to take it out of the box.
I remember
I
that
know.
box. That's a big box.
Wouldn't even fit on this table right now.
No.
Would take
Holy
up the whole
smokes.
thing. Yeah. So I mean, yeah, Blitzway is killing it right now. We keep a look on our social channels at Bluefin Brands. We're going to be posting a couple of videos, one on Inspector Gadget, one on Jimi Hendrix, and then one on 2 other figures that we can't wait to show you. One was the Makanda Robo, and the other was Dr. BB. Hunters,
Hunters.
day after World War III. I always
Yeah.
want to put the in there.
I know, me too. I think I said that 1,000 times yesterday. That is an incredible figure. I'm pretty sure it's sold out everywhere, but let's just pretend hypothetically that you can get your hands on this thing. It retails for $300, and it is incredible. Prior to the show, I was telling AJ that when I see a price tag like $300, I'm like, whatever you say, man. Good luck with that. But then when I got to play with it, and it comes with 10,000 accessories, and they're all like working, the little clips work. There's everything connects to this apparatus for basically what it is. It's a makeshift hazmat suit for like a post-apocalyptic world. And it is totally interactive. You can feel the quality in it when you touch it. It is amazing. It is, I think it's 15 inches total when it's on its base, and it is absolutely incredible. Can't wait to show this thing off to you guys. We shot a really fun video yesterday. You can see David's box right there.
Ooh.
Also comes with this really cool, not Lego droid. It's got these like long tentacle legs and like a Lego head, and it's all like the face is all mangled and destroyed like a half a Terminator, like Arnold when he's like had a bad day in Terminator. Looks really, 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 really cool. And I can't say enough about it. When I got home, I was just telling the missus about this amazing figure for like 45 minutes. I'm like, and it does this, and it does this, and it does this. It's so cool. And it's only
Gotta have it.
$300. Yeah, you gotta get it. It's so cool. Yeah.
Yeah, we did a quick little TikTok on that too. At Bluefin Brands on TikTok.
It is a really big box, though. That is
It is huge.
dang.
Yeah.
I mean, the base
and you
itself
can
when
even
it comes
see
on,
the,
like
the Jimi Hendrix there by comparison.
Yeah.
One scale figure in itself is pretty big, but it's like double the size of that. So
yeah. So Hendrix is like a foot tall, and this is taller.
It's for all those accessories.
Yeah, it's almost 2 Jimmys high.
Right.
That's
The
how
only
our
thing
new
bigger than Jimmy is 2 Jimmys.
2 Jimmys.
There you go.
Jimmity.
It's our new
Yeah.
measurement scale.
On a scale of 1 to 10, it's 2 Jimmys tall.
Are there any photos on the back of that Dr. BB box? Or is it
Unfortunately, that's
word-
got the
it's credits, right?
It's got the credits.
Yeah. That's
If
right.
you want, I can open it.
I mean,
Oh,
it
that's
takes a
cool.
while.
That's very it's nice of them to give the credits and everything like that.
Yeah. It's pretty rad.
yeah,
I was like, Jerry, the box has credits on it.
I know.
It's like a movie on the back.
It has the product director, the sculptors, the fabricators, the package designers. A lot of it's actually a good way to showcase all the work that goes into it. People don't realize
Mhm.
there's a lot of players at play, to make these things a reality. So
Yeah, there's a
it's nice. It's nice of
dedicated-
Blitzway to
dedicated person for the head, and dedicated person for the paint, and someone for the head paint,
Wow.
and someone just for the fabrication of the costume, someone for the diorama. Yeah, it's a
Shout
a
out
lot.
to all of those people. They made an awesome figure.
Yeah, I was trying to find photos really fast, but I'm not having.
well. They'll just have to go to the TikTok at Bluefin Brands.
Yeah,
I like TikTok. Okay,
that's fine. It's great.
the
Yeah.
only weirdo over 40 into TikTok.
Oh, here we go. Hold on. Hold,
just-
please.
Holding.
Let's see. Share screen. Chrome tab. All right. Can you see this?
We can. Thank you, Big Bad, for the photos.
Yes.
Can you hit the? Oh, there we go.
So this is it on the base. Are you able to see that now? Like her
we can
standing
see
on
it.
there?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so that wrench has like an axe tied to the wrench. It's really cool. It's probably like, I don't know, maybe 5 inches long. It's a big old axe. It has this little teddy bear sort of dangle from it or dongle from it.
Charm.
Yeah, the apparatus for the oxygen, all of those things come off. Like starting from the left, there's like this case that's almost like a canteen type deal. Then there's this satchel. There's this. This is actually the canteen here on the bottom right, and then this blue box attaches to itself, and it has sort of like this mini bomb that can go inside as well. The visor can pop off, and it can be broken glass or it can be completely full glass. She has an antenna on the top of her head that's removable. The shin guards, they all come off. There's pockets on the jumpsuit. You can see a little hammer right here. It is absolutely incredible. Same thing, lots of articulation on the body. It is intense. This is literally one of the coolest figures I've ever had the pleasure to play with.
You weren't joking about that Lego head looking.
Right?
Yeah. Her little buddy, she's Dr. BB, and that's just BB, B-I-B-I.
Correct. I can see from the back. There's the little oxygen tank, and the helmet screws on. Once you put on the apparatus, you can just twist and lock the helmet in place so it won't come off. And then her ponytail, she comes with 4 different little hair options for her ponytail. You can do like an 80s side pony. You could do 2 different ones. They can go up in the air, or they can come down or off to the side. It's fantastic. And then she also has suspenders. I don't know if this is like underneath the jumpsuit is an overalls set, which I don't know if it is here. Oh, there we go. Yeah. So then casual Friday wants to just go in the overalls, easy peasy.
Casual apocalyptic Friday.
Yeah.
Just a Friday here.
But
a lot's happened in just a day after World War III.
I know, yeah, a lot has happened in one day.
She's prepared, though. She's ready to go. Yeah. Very resourceful. And honestly, the amount of accessories that come with this figure are just mind-blowing. We had to take a photograph so we would be able to put it back in the box because we had no idea where all this stuff was going to go once we were done playing with it.
Yeah. And how bummed would you be? You went to all this medical school, and then as soon as you get your degree, World War III happens because she can't be. She doesn't look that old. She's not like a grizzled doctor. She just finished med school, I think.
Totally. And I don't think those photos showed it, but she also has welding goggles and she has a gas mask as well.
What can't she do?
I know. Everything.
She does it all.
That's cool.
If there is a World War III, you want to find the nearest Dr. BB and be with her.
Yep.
She'll save you. She'll build a little droid out of spare Lego parts, and you'll be good to go.
That might have been Gadget's legs that she used for the robot.
Sorry, Gadget.
They look pretty springy.
Well, awesome. I mean, that's kind of Blitzway right now. Make sure to go to bluefinbrands.com and see everything we have from Blitzway. We have the Inspector Gadget. We have Jimi Hendrix. We have some other really, really cool figures from Blitzway. Jared, do you have any final parting words for all our fans for Blitzway? How it's going, where they're going, just how happy you are with the brand as a whole.
Yeah, no, I hope that this was insightful. To anybody that's new to Blitzway. I think this was a nice demonstration of the products that they have. In addition to what we have in stock, there's also some items up for pre-order as well. We have Elvis. You can see that Blitzway has been doing some really great iconic musicians. They have Marilyn Monroe, Jimi Hendrix, Elvis. They kind of have everything, a little bit of everything, for you guys if you're interested. But I hope that this was insightful to anybody that didn't know much about Blitzway. I thank everybody for their support of the brand. Yeah, here you can see. We just put up for pre-order this amazing astronaut. So they had an astronaut previously about a year and a half ago. This is their second one. This is as depicted on the man on the moon, the first moon landing. It's absolutely insane in terms of detail. Detail is Blitzway's middle name, honestly, when it comes, as you can see from the pictures. These are all real fabric suits that supremely proportioned. If just space, this is like the ultimate space item. Who doesn't love or know the first man on the moon? I
feel like the spacesuit hasn't evolved much in the last next 50 years.
If it works, it works. I don't want to test that out in space.
Right. That's
Yeah.
cool. And
So
then
we
here's-
going out there enough. Yeah, this is Jimmy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, he's got just a lot of cool accessories, and I mean, look at that. It looks like so you got a little mini Jimi Hendrix that you've frozen.
Get your own little personal concert every day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't mention it before, but yeah, you can clearly see it. You can take off his jacket, if you want a more casual look.
Yeah.
Casual Fridays, World War III.
Yeah, you can hang out with Dr. BB in her overalls. And just a quick reminder, so we are doing a giveaway on our site that we're working with GameStop on. It's a part of the We Love Anime sale. You have about, if you're listening to this live, you got about 10 more minutes before this contest ends. It's for some One Piece figures, some One Piece Ichiban figures. So about 10 minutes left. After that, we're going to be launching another one later on this afternoon that will be themed around Demon Slayer. So make sure to go to bluefinbrands.com/contest. If you are quick and you're in the live chat, you have time to go and enter now. If you're watching the replay, you probably have missed it unless you're watching this before 12 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. But fret not, we will be having another one coming very, very soon later today that will be Demon Slayer themed. So, but if you do this one too, you can do both. There's no rules.
Right.
This is day after World War III, guys.
There are no rules. The only rule is there are no rules.
Yeah. That's all I got. AJ, Justin, anything?
We're good.
Have a great weekend. Have a good day.
Be safe. Wear a mask.
There you go.
Like Dr. BB.
Yeah.
It all comes
I'll
back to
get 'em.
BB.
We'll get it.
Well, awesome. Thanks, everyone, for joining us for another Bluefin Hangout. We'll be back next Friday at 11 o'clock with a whole new topic and some fun stuff. But make sure to follow us at Bluefin Brands across all of our social platforms, and make sure to go to bluefinbrands.com to check out everything Blitzway related. And while you're there, make sure to enter our contest at bluefinbrands.com/contest. Ooh, that was close. A little bit of a cut today. So that's it. You guys, I hope, like AJ just said, have a fantastic weekend, and we'll see you guys next week.